in transmission.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas!
Dashing through the snow in a one... Oh, hello, folks. It's the 19th of December, and I'm looking at an Amiga classic. It's James Pond. And... oh, dear. Those of you who remember James Pond on the Amiga probably do so with fond memories. But let me tell you, those memories are very much going to be tarnished upon this review. It's not quite as good as I remember it, to be quite honest with you. Those rose-tinted glasses are... completely fallen off my face. Right, so here we are, the main playing area. You have missions to do. Start with mission 1, which is always a good place to start, and you have various goals to reach before you can exit the level. This one is basically to rescue all of the lobsters trapped in the pots, or crabs, I'm not sure, one of the two. And then you can progress to either level 2 or level 3, which is always quite nice to have the option. You combat your enemies by blowing bubbles at them and trapping them in bubbles and popping them a little bit like Bubble Bobble. So nice little homage there for that. The only thing really, and I'm saying this from the controls point of view, it's a bit of a mess. The controls don't respond quite as well as you would want them to. We'll have a look at mission 2. You tend to sort of overshoot things. You don't turn round necessarily when you need to turn round. He'll turn round when he damn well wants to. Well, I suppose he is a secret underwater agent. At the end of the day, he can do what he likes. So, my watchers of illusion, this is my castle of confusion for today. Now, this one, we've got to rescue fishies and get them to the exit. Let's see what we have to do. Right, can I fit? Right, so you touch the barrels, it's an instant death. That's not really fun, is it? Can't seem to get the bugger to follow me. I assume that's one of the fishes they mean for you to pick up and get to the surface or get to the safe point. Yeah, get to the surface? What kind of agent are we? A homicidal one, apparently. I mean, it's pretty enough. The graphics are nice. James there wearing his little green tuxedo. Green. And that's a really great place to put a drop, isn't it? Right on top of a barrel that's going to kill you. Right there. You only have, I believe, three lives in which to get your jobs done. And it's just like there, again, another one-hit death. There's just, you have an energy meter, for God's sakes. There are some underwater caves that you can go and investigate, and it'll drop loot. Unfortunately, some of the loot seems to drain your energy for no reason whatsoever, and I really don't understand why that is. It's either an oversight or they just didn't test the game properly. There doesn't seem to be any explanation as to why James loses his health in these caves. He just does. Now your health meter is right next to where you can see James holding up his life meter, which is done by his hands. Here we go, here's one of the caves. Let's see if there we go. Why is my meter going down? And I just got stuck on that. That was a nice bit of design. This cave looks awful as well graphically. And look at this. I'm gonna die. There you go, lost a life just because I explored a cave. That is really, really bad programming, guys. Come on. You'll be pleased to know that RoboCod, which is James Pond 2, and also Operation Starfish, which was done in glorious AGA, were much better affairs than this. I really, this is one of those games that everybody who had an A500 seemed to own. I really don't understand why now. It's just a mess. Difficult to play. It's not incredibly smooth either. You tend to overshoot things that you're trying to pick up. You'll randomly drop things for no reason whatsoever. The collision detection is fairly ropey, and how am I supposed to get down there without, I can blow bubbles at that guy, and it'll make no difference whatsoever. If I jump on the boat, I die. It's just too harsh. The amount of ways you can lose lives on this is just ridiculous. I'll have another go, because it's kind of... It's strangely addictive, even though it is a big pile of bantha poodoo. Yeah, so the first level, it's actually, if they carried on with the way the first level is, it wouldn't have been quite so bad, rescue sea creatures, blah blah blah. Might have got a bit tedious towards the end, I guess, but the first level seems to work pretty well, to be fair. apart from the overshooting of objects and... let's go back in this cave again and see if it happens again. There we go, my health's going down again. There is just absolutely no reason, and there doesn't seem to be anything that brings that health meter back up again. Apart from going back out of the cave. How random. Anyway, so yeah, you pick up items by dropping down to them, pushing down and the fire button at the same time will pick up an item. You can only carry one at a time. There you go, just drop that for no apparent reason. But yeah, you can only carry one item at a time, so there's a lot of backwards and forwardsing, which is probably going to frustrate you more than anything else, which is a bit of a shame. You'll find as well that you'll have objects close to each other, like these two keys here, which would be great to carry more than one at a time. Obviously, not such a big deal on level 1, but there are other levels that you might want to carry more than one item at a time, because it's a lot more convenient. Now, why should it be convenient? It's a video game. Games should be challenging, right? Well, not all the time. I'm not going to do level 2. Let's have a look at level 3. After we've got this Jack Daniels. Yeah, that's probably going to make him drunk. I don't know, a lot of games when you have drinks in the games, they tend to reverse your controls. Talking of controls, it's up, down, left, right to swim, and then it is the fire button to blow bubbles at enemies, and then to pick things up. As I said, it's down and fire at the same time. That is it for your controls. So not really brilliant. The other thing is, if you drop down the pipe here, you will go back down into James's house. There we go. For a secret agent, we all know where he lives now. Nice touch with the Titanic in the background, which is a bit of a lull moment. But sadly, this game just misses the mark on so many levels. So we've got divers chasing us this time around. You've got to drop the dynamite next to the pillars, but nothing seems to happen when you do. A nice Rubik's Cube. You can see I'm sort of juddering over the place. I think that's to do with the Jack Daniels. Now, as soon as you pick one of these up, things start to explode. And yeah. So there we go, just exploded. I've lost a life because I was doing what the game asked me to do. So yes. Anyway, folks, that's me done. It's the 19th of December. This has been the Retro Revival Show. I've been Rich, and thank you very much for tuning in. Always good to have you. This has been James Pond on the Amiga, and I will see you again real soon. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciated. You guys take care. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.